We're obviously disappointed. We're disappointed as everyone. From the start of the season, really, to up in this point. It's not been great. And I sit here and lie to you. A lot of things, my friends and my family would tell you a lot of things. I'm not a liar, and I'm an honest person. And it hasn't been good enough. We haven't won enough games, and we're actually running out of games now. We've got 10 games left. So we have to win as many as we can and give ourselves an opportunity to take it as long as we can to try and get out of the relegation. We don't want to just go down without a fight, really, in a bit of a whimper, and that wouldn't be nice for me. I wouldn't like that. If we are, the worst comes to the worst, and we do end up going down, I don't want to go down with a whimper. I want to go down with a fight and showing an attitude and a desire to actually get out of it and give ourselves a chance to actually do that.
What do you think you're going to need from the last 9 or 10 games?
I think now with only 10 left, we obviously got a new gaffer in. He has a different way of playing, a different voice, a different opinion, and we need to get that on board straight away, if that makes sense. We haven't really got the like a settling in period. If a new manager comes in, you try and get used to how he wants to do things and how he wants to play and stuff, and we haven't got that luxury. So that's what I would say, is that we need to get on board with his ideas and what he wants, and we need to do it rapid to give ourselves an opportunity and a chance to actually get out of it.
And that there aren't players resigned to their fate?
I suppose that's a question for every single individual, but I can only speak for myself. And as I said a minute ago, that I don't want to go down with a whimper. Let's go down with a fight. We are experienced enough. We have strong characters, and and it has been tough. Again, I'm not going to lie to you, it has been a tough season. But while we still have enough points and while we still have enough games, you can't write it off. You literally cannot just go, well, forget it then. Everybody wants to say this, everybody wants to say that. Ultimately, it's on us and what we can get from the last 10 games. And, obviously that will start tomorrow.
And in many respects, tomorrow, there's kind of no find a game, is there, to try and chalk up a win. Local rivals, they're doing very well, yeah. But it's inspirational, isn't it? They are those types of games.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game for us. Listen, no one expects us to do anything. Everyone expects us to be relegated. Everyone expects us to be down. We're going to a team that are in flying form, unbeaten in 10. It's a perfect game for us. It's a fantastic game. Local rivals, and this is where we need to show our mettle and show our steel and show what we're actually capable of, which, if I'm honest, we've probably not done over the course of the season. I know what's in that dressing room. I know what I bring to the table. I know what other individuals bring to the table. So, it's probably easy to say that because we're struggling, truthfully. So it's probably easy to point your finger and say, "Oh, there's no leadership in there," or "No one's telling people to do this." But people are doing that. So, it's not. It's just that you don't know about it, which for me is probably the right thing. What happens in the dressing room should stay in the dressing room. What happens in the dressing room after the game should stay in the dressing room. I know obviously everyone wants stories and you want to say this and people want to know, and I understand all that. But maybe the reason that, there's the criticism, no leadership, and that is because when things are said, they stay said, if that makes sense. And you move on from them and people don't harbour them. It's as soon as you've said something, it's like, okay, that's gone now. Next time, let's sort it out, or let's not do that again. So, people, we have them conversations and we do everything we can in terms of leadership. Yeah. And I know these lads in there, when you should see after the dressing room on Wednesday night, like, people don't see the mental and physical that we all go through to win a game, to get out of a rut, to pick each other up, to come in and pick them up, get your arm around them and say, come on, we're okay, come on. Because confidence is an issue in football. Mental issues are huge in football as well. So To say that we don't care is hurtful. Listen, it's not been great. Season hasn't gone well. We haven't won enough games. Accept all that. But speaking from me and from the lads that I know in there, I'd be devastated. I said it at the start, right at the start, how upset I would be that maybe, potentially could finish my Sheffield Wednesday career on a relegation. And like, obviously I was talking to Moose a minute ago, nearly 20 years in the game, I've never been relegated. So I'd be devastated for the club, for everybody involved, the fans, the people that work here, because I would, and I know a lot of them lads would as well. I know there's a lot of lads out of contracts, but having a relegation on your CV isn't nice, and there's still lads in contract as well, so they're not going to want that either.
Do you want to stay? Is Wednesday the long-term place for you?
Listen, I think, being brutally honest with you, contract talks are probably not even on anyone's minds at the moment, if I'm really honest. People know what I think and feel about this club. I've been here a long time. I enjoy my time here. I've loved it here. Played a lot of games. So that'll never change, regardless of whether I go, whether I stay, or if we're in a championship or in League One. That will never ever change. But contract situations, there hasn't been no talks, but I don't expect there to be. We have much pressing matters at the moment to try and figure out rather than contracts.